on and get a handle as far as the fundamentals of the market is concerned, we are now joined by Pashupati Advani to make sense of the markets as well as the way going forward. Hi Pashupati, good afternoon. Thank you so much for speaking with ET Now. First up, let's talk about the big queue which is lined up for the Indian markets, and that's budget 2022. What are you expecting and which are the sectors you are betting on from a budget point of view?
Well, this is a very interesting budget because, this is the year for UP elections. And obviously, there have to be some sops to keep the people in UP happy and coming to the ballot box to vote for the government in the center, as well as the government in UP, which both happen to be BJP. So I'm sure a lot of the measures will be devoted to giving money to the bottom of the pyramid, we really are happy with our leaders for doing so. The challenge that we have is that they also need to make sure that the budget is the budget is balanced, or at least close to balance within the deficit limits that they've stated. And those are, it's a tough balancing act. If you give more to the bottom of the pyramid, then you're not going to really balance the budget. We can't actually be, saying that we're going to be dependent on an LIC IPO to bail us out, because that may or may not happen. Because according to me, this market is very fickle, and whether it gets done before March 31st or not, I don't know. But I think that is a good thing for the markets if it doesn't happen, but a bad thing for the government because it means that they won't get their 1 lakh odd crores that they need to balance. So it's interesting times. And, you're mentioning about IT sector. The dollar seems to have gotten a little stronger today, but I personally believe the dollar will get stronger still, and the rupee will go to 75 or 76 or 77, and I think that will be good for the IT sector. So I think intermediate term, the IT sector is one of the places to be.
And you mentioned how it will be a tightrope walk for the government this time around when it comes to the budget. But what could be the likely beneficiaries of budget? Do you think it will be again the transport sector, which is infrastructure? They're talking about big investment on the railways. Or do you think it will be the domestic manufacturing companies that will stand to benefit? We are perhaps seeing some excitement in names like Amber Industries as well as Dixon Tech today.
You are seeing obviously things like the hospitality industry has gone up a lot today. So I think that they're expecting something. Obviously, if hotels come back in and start getting filled, they'll be hiring people. And one of the big challenges we have is providing employment. So I think that sector is going to get some benefit. You talked about the white goods sector. That also goes hand in hand with the hospitality sector, because these guys will also, renew things. So it is exciting. And therefore, people are getting out of the old and boring and moving into these sectors for the budget and to try and see if they can make money. And the names like Dixon and all are obviously stocks to watch.
A few earnings that are expected today. We have Tata Motors as well as a lot of energy names which will be coming out with numbers, whether it's IOC, BPCL, etc. Anything that looks interesting from this space?
Well, they obviously need to also give a boost to the transport sector, that is two-wheelers and four-wheelers. I know they are suffering from not having enough chips, but I think that this is a sector that provides huge amount of employment and huge amount of stimulus. So I think that there will be some kind of stimulus for them, and they've been kind of beaten up, but now have emerged and are smiling. But I think that the oil marketing companies also are going to get some kind of a boost, because I think excise may get cut simply because we need to bring the price of petrol and diesel down at the pumps, at least for the next 2 months. So I think that look forward to that, and that's also good for their stock prices, because it means it goes almost totally to the bottom line.